Yes, sir.
Alaji, we would have to hold on for a few minutes. The chairperson is out of the room at the moment. She'll be here very shortly.
All right, sir.
Thank you, witness, for coming back. Lead counsel.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Mr. Kanye, are you able to proceed now? Yes, you are telling us that Basiru Barrow was completely dead at this stage, and you said Bach Samba Jallo came to you and said, you Jarankas, and he said something else. I don't want to paraphrase it. You said it in vernacular. Can you tell us what that means in English, what Bach Samba Jallo said to you?
But Samba Jallo told me that when I climb up to know what is in the vehicle, what is in the truck, I saw Basiru Barrow and Dot Fall. That's the time but Samba Jallo told me that, look at your brother. You the Jarankas, you people want to be president. And he forced a pistol to me to fire onto Basiru Barrow. Unfortunately for me, when I squeezed the trigger, the pistol trigger, there was no round, there was no noise. Like the rifle, the pistol was empty. So I get down with the pistol.
What rank was Bach Samba Jallo?
Bach Samba Jallo at that time, I think Lance Couple or so. But it's like at that point in time, council members oddlies and whosoever close to them are even more crazy than even they themselves.
And Bach Samba Jallo, who was he attached to at this time?
Lieutenant Edward Singate.
And what role did he play in Edward Singate's entourage?
He was a driver to Edward Singate.
And when you pulled the trigger and nothing happened, what did you do with the pistol you were given?
I didn't even return the pistol to him. I came down with the pistol.
And when you saw Basiru Barrow, what injuries did you see on him?
The head was swollen seriously. It's like the head was, cancelled. The head was totally destroyed, swollen blood all over. And Dotfal, Lieutenant Dotfal.
Were there any other people in that truck?
No, sir, only two of them. After when I dropped from the truck, less than few minutes, the said Bas Jallo pushed them down and they they fall down outside on the floor.
What do you say to the suggestion that there was somebody else in the, well, first, what do you say to the suggestion that Dotfal was not completely dead at the time? The body was still shaking.
Sir, Dotfal was completely dead.
What do you say to the suggestion that you shot both Basiru Barrow and Dotfal to finish them off?
Sir, I say no to that. I didn't shoot anybody. They were completely dead.
You intended to do. You pulled the trigger, there was no
yes,
bullet.
yes, sir, for that, yes.
So
Suppose there is round in the camera, then I would say I fire onto them, dead body.
what do you say to the suggestion that there was another person in the truck? You stepped on him, showed your torch on him, or signed your torch on him, and called him Badding.
Sir, at that time, there is nothing like using torchlight because it is bright daylight. And definitely speaking, there was nothing where somebody can use torchlight. These two people I mentioned, honestly speaking, I am under oath. I saw them. Only that. I was following, I heard somebody say, no, I called him, but no, definitely, sir.
After you came down from the truck, what happened next?
When they dropped down from the truck, I was moving towards where people are standing. Then Lieutenant Sana Sabali called me, Kabulkani. I said, sir. He said to me that, look at your brother. In the Maninga language, Ibadimo. Ibadimo jele. Arol jaram kolo. Allah vrekela mansalti. The same word as Bach told me, Bachama mentioned.
Can you translate that into English, please?
That is to say, you the Jarankas want to be a president. This is how you can be the president.
And what he said that, and he was pointing at somebody. Who was he pointing at?
He was pointing at Basiru Barrow. You see Basiru Barrow, Lieutenant Basiru Barrow. This time, it's Basiru Barrow. Next time is you. Sir, Council, when he pointed at me that next time is you, where I was, it's like my life is in his hand. Because he was with pistol and AK-47 rifle.
How did you feel when you heard that?
Sir, it's like I am dead, I'm not dead, like a dead man walking within the midst. Because at that point in time, Lieutenant Sana Sabali have the order of arrest and detain and kill.
Do you know where that order came from?
Well, as he been the vice chairman of APRC, he also have head. Maybe that instruction may come from, but because of his action.
Could you take it step by step? You say this instruction may have come from. Could you complete your sentence, please?
I said maybe because he is the vice chairman, so he has somebody who is heading him. I said maybe that instruction may come from either him or that the head. But
And who was the head at the time?
I don't know. Yaya Jammeh was the chairman AFPRC.
So you're suggesting that Sana Sabali had the order maybe from Yaya Jammeh?
Maybe, may not, because Sana was out of anything you think of.
Can you explain a bit further? What do you mean by that? You may say it in Mandinka. We can translate it, please. Feel free to speak in vernacular if you need to.
No, what I mean out of everything, Sana was crazy. He was aggressive. He was like a wounded lion. He listened to nobody. He looked into nobody's eye. And he have no fear for anybody. He have no regard for anybody. Only gunshot and arrest.
And then what happened after Sana told you that you see your Jaranka brother, you Jarankas, you want to be president? What happened after that?
As I said, I was confused because thinking that any slightest mistake done by me, I'll be a victim like my brother. So he called this man, Captain Maron, let Kanye be with you. Then
who was Captain Maron?
Captain Maron was the CO 1BN, 1 Infantry Battalion, Yundum.
By CO you mean commanding officer?
Commanding officer.
Of 1 Infantry Battalion during Yundum Barracks?
Correct.
Yes? And what happened after that?
I followed that man. I followed Captain CO in his office. Sir, this able man was very, I can say, helpful to me at that point in time by telling me that what
does that mean?
That is, this small boy is crazy. Don't mind him. Let's go to my office.
And who was he referring to?
Sir?
Who was he referring to?
Lieutenant Sana Sabali.
And you went with Captain Marong to his office?
To his office.
And what happened afterwards?
I was there for some time. Then, these dead bodies. From there, I came from the CO's office. I said to the CO, then, can I go out? He said, you can go out, but here is your place. Always you have to be here. That's what he said. So I don't want you to have trouble with him. I said, okay. So when I stepped out from his office, from the CO's office, like going to the guard room, the one other sergeant by the name Sergeant Basiru Kamara, also from Jara. Then they didn't depart yet. This Sergeant Basiru Kamara was coming from, he was naked in a sense. There was nothing, no clothes on him, and he was tied. His hands were tied at the back. As he was passing, They said Sana Sabal called me. Kanye, I turned and looked at him. He was standing then with Edward Singate. He said to me, get rid of this man. I was reluctant. Then Edu called me, can you follow me? And then this Bashiru Kamara was going, like we are following him. Just in the next, before we arrived around Cookhouse End, Sergeant Fafanya also came out.
From where?
It's like the same, I just saw him around, and then.
And how was he dressed, Sergeant
Fafanya? He's also naked, and hands are tied at the back.
So these were captured soldiers?
Captured people. And Edward called him, fucking join him. He told him to fucking join Basiru Kamara.
And where were they headed?
Myself and Edward was together with these two people. They are heading us around the Cookhouse End. And I was instructed by then Sana and Edward to open fire on them, causing death.
Did you do that?
Yes, sir.
Did you kill?
Sir?
Who? You killed both of them?
No. At that point in time, I cannot tell you that my round only touched all of them, because it's me and Edward. So, and these two people also they are in our front. So, but
you pointed your weapon at them, correct?
At them, yes, sir.
How about Edward? Did he point his weapon at them?
The same thing.
And you fired at Bust, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did Edward fire at Bust?
Very well. More rapid even than me, I can say, because I knew why I said that, because it's like I am killing my own brother. I'm instructed to kill my own brother. So definitely speaking, at that point in time, it's like I have no choice. I have no choice. So.
And upon firing, what happened to Sergeant Fafanyang and Kamara?
Sir, they are dead.
You contributed with Edward Singate in killing Sergeant Fafanyang and Basiru Kamara, correct?
Yes, sir.
At this stage, which senior army officers were present? I know you have mentioned members of the council, Lieutenant Sana Sabali, Lieutenant Sadibu Haidara, Lieutenant Edward Singate, and Lieutenant Yankuba Ture. At this point in time, were any other senior army personnel present?
Yes, sir. Colonel Babukar Jata was there.
Did any of these senior officers do anything to stop you from killing these people?
Nobody, sir. Nobody stopped us. Nobody even talked to us. Nobody even, you can't see any sign of, sir. To my surprise, these people are small boys. Sir, I am intake 5 of Gambia National Army. Sana is intake 12. Edward is intake 15. And there are people who people senior them. Well, at that point in time, nobody dared to tell them, stop, don't do this. No, because of what? Sana is Sana is with weapon. If you say no, he will kill you. If you say no, he will arrest you. And not him who will come and arrest you, but he will instruct the boys to come and arrest you. And they will mercilessly deal with you. Very dangerously, sir.
After killing these two men, Sergeant Fafanyang and Asiru Kamara, what happened next?
We take them to the one side of the camp, that is opposite senior NCS mess, the right corner of the Yundum camp, where they were buried, dug and buried them.
Who dug the grave?
A lot of soldiers. I was among.
Who else can you remember?
Council members at least.
Who can you remember amongst them?
This batch was there.
By batch you referring to Batch Samba Jallo?
Batch Samba Jallo.
Lance Corporal, correct?
Lance Corporal, yes.
Who else?
And so I think a lot of soldiers are there.
We just wish to establish who you could recall being present at the time.
JCB, Private JCB.
Last name for JCB?
Huh?
What was his last name?
JCB Mendy.
He was a private at the time?
At that time, yes.
Oddly for who at the time? Oddly for who?
JCB. Oddly to...
You can't recall, you can't recall.
I don't know.
Who else was present?
BNJ.
Who else?
BNJ.
Does he have an alias, another name by which he is known, say a nickname or something like that?
No, we call him Baba Njai. That is what we call BNJ.
Okay, and who else?
Another BNJ that is called Ponkal.
Another, you said B Njai?
Yes.
And his nickname is what?
Ponkal. Njai Ponkal.
Okay. Who else?
So I can't remember all.
Okay, that is fine. And what happened to the body of, or to the bodies of Barrow, Lieutenant Barrow and Lieutenant Fall?
That digging, after digging, the 4 people were buried there. That is Bashiru Barrow, Bashiru Kamara, Fafanyang, and Dot Fall.
They were all buried in one grave?
In one graveyard.
And you visited Yundum Barracks with the investigators.
Yes,
Were
sir.
you able to pinpoint the grave to the investigators?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for that. After burying these individuals, these dead bodies, what happened next?
From there, I returned back to CO's office.
Did anything else happen that day?
Yes, sir. At around 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, after council members depart, at around 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, they came back again.
Who came back? Can you tell us?
Council members, that is Lieutenant Sana Sabali, Lieutenant Yankuba Ture, Lieutenant Sadibu Hydra, Lieutenant Edward Singate, Lieutenant Peter Singate, Sadib Haida, and with their orderlies.
This time around, was Babukar Jata present?
Babukar Jata was there. With Babukar Jata, yes, sir.
This second time, Babukar Jata was also present?
Was there.
That is your testimony?
Yes, sir.
And what happened when they came?
When they came, they went straight to anteroom, that is senior officers' mess.
And what happened there? Do you know?
Definitely, what happens in that seniors and that officers' mess, I don't know because I was at CO's office. But they called CO to join them there. So when CO comes.
By CO, you're referring to Captain Maron,
Captain
correct?
Maron, yes, sir.
Tell us what happened.
When CO, upon arrival of CO, that's the time I know. He told me that the captured people are going to be executed.
Who told you that?
Captain Maron.
What happened after that?
Then I was with him in his office. Just in the next 10, 15 minutes time, no, we came out, myself and him, because it's like I'm also his orderly or a guard. That. So we came out, and then we meet council members, all with their vehicle, and with the Land Rover was called. I saw the Land Rover, and then the captured people were on board the Land Rover.
Who do you remember to be on board?
Lieutenant Jibril Sey.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Lieutenant Jibril Sey. Lieutenant Abulai Ba. Lieutenant Buba Jamme. Lieutenant Lamin Dabo. Lieutenant Bakar Mane. Cadet Silla Amadou.
Who else?
Yes. And they are the same time, the same person instruct me to on board that Land Rover. Kabulkani, I fucking get on board.
What do you say to the suggestion that you removed these officers from the detention room, tied their hands behind their backs, and shoved them inside the Land Rover?
Me?
Yes, you.
No, sir. I was not present the time they were captured. One, I was not present the time they were tied. I was not present the time they were on board the Land Rover. I met them in the Land Rover, bringing the basa, that is the parla we call it, to bus them. I was there. When I was told to onboard the vehicle, I climbed up. Somebody, I don't know, who said, sir, but this is not safe. Why not we look for something to cover them? Yes. So the basa was looked, and we covered them with that basa.
You mean tarpaulin was put over their heads?
Over their head. Because the Land Rover is without cover.
Did you get on board as instructed?
Yes, sir. I was the only person at the back of the Land Rover. Then I don't know who was the driver, but one boy by the name Kanilai, Buba Jame, was in front of the vehicle.
What was his rank, Buba Jame?
At that time, whether Lance Couple or Couple, I don't know. Yes.
And how was this the only vehicle that was being readied to leave the barracks?
No, council members, they came with their vehicle.
And did each council member have his own vehicle?
Each and every one of them are with their own vehicle.
How about their orderlies?
Their orderlies joined them.
So how many vehicles did you have in that convoy?
Definitely speaking, I can't exactly give you the figure, the number of the vehicle, but it is more than 5 people.
And what happened after that?
From there, we left the Yundum barracks to the along the road to Birkama to Nyambai Forest End. We go up to when we pass Farado, going towards Birkama. Before we reach to that beans factory, Nyambai Forest, there is a road on the right side of the right side of the road. That's where we branch up, going towards Jambur End. Like we pass Farado, but we are not yet in Birkama, inside forest. Yes.
And what happened after that?
We went right inside the bush. Upon arrival of where they want the leader who was in front, I think, then, I don't know, it may be Sana, because as far as he's the vice chairman, in the army, we respect, like seniority or appointment title. He may be in front, but then I don't know. So all the cars were, parked, and the Land Rover arrived. So the Basa was removed from them, and they were dropped down. Taken to
At this stage, the detainees, were they restrained? Were they tied?
They were tied.
Hands behind their back?
Hands behind the back.
And then what happened? They dropped down? And
then they dropped down, taken to for a distance in front of us. We and the council members, I was part of them. Council members with their orderly, we line up and facing them.
Were the captured soldiers facing you, or did they have their backs to you?
They are giving us their back.
And they were grouped together, or they were standing in a line?
It's like a form of an extended line.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
And then from there, Lieutenant Sadibu Hadra said, yes, I want to ask you one question. Suppose we come across with you people, what is going to happen? No response from them. Yes. No response from them.
Who was he asking that question?
Lieutenant Sadibu Hydra.
To whom was that question
He was asking
addressed?
the captured people.
Proceed.
No response. No response. From there, Sana Sabal said, say your last prayers. I remember Cadet Silla, Ahmad Silla, who said, sir, if you are to kill us with support weapon, and we meet in the next world. Yes.
Did anybody else say something?
Nobody said nothing, sir.
Buba Jame, Lieutenant, did he say something?
Yes, sorry. Buba Jame said it's a gendarmerie. Sa Alkanamfa Alin Sorom in the local language. That is, don't kill us. Please lock us, take us to jail.
Now I want to establish who was present at that stage. You told us that the captured soldiers were put in an extended line, and they gave their backs to you. Your group, tell us who was there. I understand you did indicate that the council members were there, but yes, give us a list of the people who were present.
Lieutenant Sanabi Sabali, yes, Lieutenant Sadibu Hydra, Lieutenant Edward Singate, Lieutenant Peter Singate, Colonel Babukar Jata, Lamin Fati, LJJ, myself, BNJ, Private BNJ, and Private Binjai Ponkal, JCB Mendy, and Private Suso, who is a gendarmerie. This is what I can remember. Council members are as follows. Sanabi Sabali, Lieutenant Sana Sabali, Lieutenant Sadibu Hydra, Lieutenant Yankuba Ture, Lieutenant Edward Singate, Lieutenant Peter Singate, Colonel Babukar Jada.
That group you mentioned, how were they standing? Did they just stand in circle, in a group, haphazardly, or in straight line?
We are just standing as a form of also an extended line, but in group, not spread out like this, but we are together of a chance, where you can fire.
And what happened after that? After the conversation, say your last prayers.
Sana gave order of fire.
And what happened?
And we fire on them.
Okay. When Sana gave the order to fire, as far as you recall, did some of you stand aside and not participate in what was going to happen?
So at that time, I can't remember.
My question is, did any members of the group go away and refuse to participate?
Nobody. All of us participate. At that time, I don't think, you dare not even to leave that end. Sana is there. You'll join them.
After Sana gave the order, what happened?
We opened fire on them, causing death.
You said we opened fire on them. Who are you referring to as we?
All the people present there.
I will list names and you will tell me.
Yes, sir.
Sana Sabali.
Sir.
Did he participate?
He participated.
He fired his weapon?
He fired.
Edward Singate?
He fired.
Did he participate?
Yes.
Yankuba Ture?
Yes.
Sadibu Haidara?
Yes.
Babukar Jata?
Yes.
Jai Ponkal?
Yes.
JCB Mendy?
Yes.
Fati?
Yes.
And yourself?
Yes, sir.
Madam Chair, I think it's a minute to the first break. I ask my last question and then we go for break. You said, and death occurred. What do you mean by death occurred?
they die.
Could you confirm that these soldiers were all hit by multiple bullets?
What do you mean by multiple blood?
By many bullets?
Yes, because it was rapid.
And as a result, what happened to Lieutenant Jibril Say?
Jibril Say, he died.
Lieutenant Lamin Dabo?
He died.
Lieutenant Buba Jame?
He died.
Lieutenant Aliuba?
He died. Ablai Ba.
Sulaiba?
Yes, God.
Does he have another name?
Achopi.
And Lieutenant Bakari Mane?
Yes, Nyancho.
And Cadet Amadou Sila?
Yes, sir.
They all died.
They all died.
I think we should leave it at that for the time being. We go for our 30 minutes break, and we return after that. Thank you very much, Mr. Witness.
We get back here at 12 noon. Thank you.